Welcome to Bear Download. I'm Rich Campbell along with Dan Wiederer here on Victory Monday, a snowy Monday at Hallis Hall. The Bears trying to regroup quickly, Dan, get ready for Thanksgiving's game against the Detroit Lions. And Mark Trestman asked this afternoon at his press conference whether he senses that the Bears have some momentum after these two games, maybe more confidence. He says that at least the team can fall back on its resilience in the two wins over the Vikings and Bucks, but really they have to play better, and that's the feeling that I think we both get as well.
Yeah, let's understand something here. These were a pair of 21-13 wins over last place teams. Better than the alternative, which is losses to those teams. But at the same time, we still see this football team as a flawed team that can't get themselves going offensively, that still has some issues on defense that are going to be tested in the coming weeks. And now you go to Detroit to face a defense that's very, very good with no practice time. And then obviously on the flip side of things, with guys like Lance Briggs and Kyle Fuller beat up, you don't know how healthy you're going to be going into that game. So the Bears are going to have a major test Thursday. As good as these two wins feel, they understand what's ahead on Thanksgiving Day.
Right, and the stakes couldn't be higher, right? Do or die. They're already at 6 losses. You get to 7 losses, you're pretty much out of the wild card picture at this point. And so offensively is where I think our focus should be.
It's got to be.
Because the penalties, the breakdowns, those continue to occur, practice or no practice, like we're talking about this week. And Mark Trestman said it today. These things that they can control, the penalties, the pre-snap issues, are what they have to continue working on.
Yeah, and Mark Trestman said they've been getting out of sequence, and all these things that you put in and plan to do, and all of a sudden you back yourself up with a block in the back. You back yourself up with a false start penalty, and all of a sudden you're facing these long situations that you don't want to be in. It's cost the Bears. They've had an enormous difficulty getting started early in games. They're not scoring in the first quarter. They're not scoring much of the first half. You can't do that when you have this level of talent, this quarterback, this offensive guru as your head coach. You got to be better early, and they're going to have to be much, much better against the defense on Thursday that's going to test them.
Yeah, and fortunately for the Bears, the Lions offense is saying some of the same things. They're having trouble scoring as well, not really with a point output that matches their talent. It'll be interesting to see who can get it going.
Yeah, no question. And obviously the Lions' 2-game losing streak is against much quality competition. Obviously the Patriots exposed the Bears. Yeah. They exposed the Lions in the same way. They beat the Vikings earlier. So the Patriots are just running wild through the NFC North right now and waiting that showdown with the Packers. Much better competition that the Lions have faced. Again, the Bears beat 2 pretty bad teams, but they're happy to take those wins and use them in any way they can, which is really just as a win in the win column.
Right. Bears lost both of their games to the Lions last year, but they do go to Ford Field on Thursday with a chance to save their season, get back to 500, and continue some momentum going forward. We'll continue covering this whole week at ChicagoTribune.com. Stay tuned for updates. For Dan Wiederer, I'm Rich Campbell, and that'll do it for Bear Download.